Okay, so I plan to watch some of EVO. Are you guys down to watch EU EVO? There's gonna be some watching that might not be match analysis, to be honest. Can I say that C4 sounds a lot like Tyrant?
Casuals, they've played a lot. Ken, obviously a scholar, will learn matchups as best.
In my brain, I can't tell the difference. I think Kendeep and Tyrant sound really similar to me.
And same for Leffen.
Challenge, nice. One thing to say about fighting Ino, this is something that you should just, in general, be ready for. When she does a dive, you should, regardless of the dive, you should be ready to challenge with a button here. And if she doesn't do the little hop, you can punish on the ground. If she does do the little hop, you challenge her in the air. So if she hits a button here, tries to do something, you gotta be ready.
For Leffen, as well as doing,
that's good awareness early on. Because, you know, you have to kind of be ready. Oh no, the schmicks. Good backdash. One thing about most Chipp players, and I think this is the level 1, most Chipp players, when they do Alpha Blade and they're up in the air here, they like to do jump dust, right? Jump D is very good. So I think if you don't have an early answer here, I wonder what Kendeep tried. I wonder if it was like air throw, jump P, whatever this is. This is like the early, like that's what they're gonna just send it with, right? Absolute sicko. Oh, the burst just whiffs. Tried 6P that time, which I like. It's honestly, it's hard. It's hard to, like, when you see him do Alpha Blade like that, you know, that time you try 6P just in case there's jump dust. This time air dash because of the distance.
The game may be different, but Chipp still definitely continues the same. Pretty much what you're going to be seeing here most from.
That's really good for Kendeep. Oh, jump S a little bit mistimed. You want to do it nice and early, whatever your jump button is, to try and also be a safe jump. Caught the backdash. Damn, the forbidden charge dust. In the front, in the back, in the front. You're going to get chipped. That shit's cheap. I think Leffen does this more than most other Chipp players, and I think it's really strong, right? The fast RC into command throw or Alpha Blade. This is really good because it's like an instant mix-up, right? It's very hard to, you know, most people don't challenge here when they see RC. You can try to mash to be build options, but then, you know, what if he Rekkas or just does pressure or, you know, the Rekka's negative on hit and block, so, you know, you don't actually have pressure there. Even if you have D, it's still negative. That was a sick little confirm, caught the backdash. I don't honestly like backdash that much as a defensive option against Chipp there anyway, I think, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's kind of why. If you backdash in the corner against Chipp, I don't really know what you're looking for, I guess, if he does close slash or something. But if he does close slash, I mean, even if he does close slash and you backdash, if he just gatlings into another button or sees the backdash and hits like 5P or 5K or something, I think you're kind of in trouble. I don't really love backdash that much anyway. Yeah, see that time fast RC stagger pressure. Oh, you hate to see it. Yeah, another thing too is I kind of want to see Kendeep challenge here because this is negative on hit. I would kind of, instead of jumping, I would kind of like to see a challenge. I don't know if we've seen one so far, but I would like to see something. It's kind of hard, right? Because he's fast after, and like, you know, he can obviously RPS, but I think it's a good option to present sometimes. This shit is so nasty. This fucking K Alpha Blade jump dust shit is so nasty. Yeah, you can't jump out there. You gotta have a real punish ready. Oh, baited. This is kind of hard to punish. I don't even know if jump 2K what would have happened there, to be honest. Maybe it would have punished. Nice. I actually can't believe this. So backdashing the note from far ranges is fine. It depends on your backdash whether you get hit or not here, I think. From my labbing, some characters get hit. But depending, if you're really far from note, you can backdash. But a lot of characters still get caught anyway, but it kind of makes the confirm a little harder sometimes. I can't believe he was able to block. Yeah, that's why I kind of don't like backdash again. I think the same situation. I don't know that backdash is the best option. You don't have many as Eno, right? But I kind of feel like, yeah, I kind of feel like you're just stuck. Again, yeah, you can't jump out like that. And if you do jump out, you need to block or escape. I think the best choice of action if you're gonna jump there is jump and like double jump, or like, you know, jump and then commit to an option to escape, right? Don't challenge, just run. You know, I know that you're already committed to jump and you're Eno, so your options are a little bit more limited than other characters, but I think like trying to dive out or just trying to get away over his head is better if you've already jumped. If you're ready to punish, there's lots of things to do. You can hit a grounded button, or you can do an air button, or you can neutral jump and air throw, or do whatever, right? All those are fine options. If you've already jumped and you're not hitting a button on the way up, it's over. Like, don't worry about the punish. Your brain has to be like, okay, let's go do this. You know, that's just kind of the situation. This shit's cheap. Yeah, baits the burst. No punish, though. At that range, I don't think Chipp can punish, to be honest. Because I don't know if his far slash would have reached. His far slash is 9, so it punishes, but I don't think it would have reached.
Gets a chase down, drops, going back into neutral, manages to avoid the cross-up.
Oh, that would have killed. This is important, but Leffen has burst, and I think he'd spend it if he gets hit. I guess you don't have to. Yeah, he'll spend it there. Mostly because, exactly. Mostly because you have one chance RPS to win the game. And there we go.
He has unpredictable with his triple jump, right? So even when you're
I know, I was waiting to get there. Yeah, I think bursting there is such a good idea because Chipp can create so much space immediately.
As you see here, triple jump into
That's a little
2K.
low.
He has a lot of untraditional sort of aspects.
I think you kind of have to have something planned there.
Tricky, like you said,
Yeah, dead.
But a very quick adjustment here from Kendeep, managing to get that first round next to it was almost a perfect. So
in a situation like that, you don't have that many options. Nice. Even through the gold press. It's kind of hard, right? I feel like, I wonder what Ino's best option is when she takes Chemical Love here and into Note. I feel like you don't really have any way to cover the area. Maybe jump Chemical Love or something. I don't know. You're kind of stuck. I don't know if you have really great options to chase the air there. Challenge? Nice.
Wherever you did, keep doing it, because this is definitely a different game to the last one.
That's rough. Oh, that's double rough. We've seen too many of these. Pilots the note up, and then Leffen already again backdashing like last time. Sees the note's not gonna hit. 5P challenge. Buttons. I actually think his 5P is so any useful high 5P or something is gonna always be good against Ino because you know she's gonna try to do hover dash and a hover dash and a hover dash. So it's a good challenge button. Yeah, this will. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think that was probably supposed to be close slash. Fuck you, actually.
Go back into the corner. Overhead. Wall break's gonna
that was good.
Nope. 6P's out.
And also, that was probably a safe jump if it was timed right. Nice. That mix-up was so fucked up. In the corner, this is like some forbidden shit. The wall cling land in the cross-up alpha blade? Come on, bro. And then, yeah, that's just unfortunate. Kind of unlucky. A little bit of a scrambly game. I think Kendeep challenged a bit more, and I think most importantly, he didn't get stuck on defense into just like looped offense that kind of is it's just hard to deal with. Whether Chipp lands in front or back, or whether you have to deal with immediate alpha blade after or not, like you're already trying to block left right, and then you have to block an immediate left right after. It's a bad situation no matter how you slice it. And also challenged after whatever it's called. Challenged after the Recco, which is something you have to do sometimes. Oh.
You saw that 2D, right? That was a call out on Stroke to be treated. Like, I don't care which one you do, you're getting counter hit.
I think that overhead is only +1 on hit, right?
Like you said before, Ino's
no wall break.
Choices when it comes to
now wall break.
Limited, and she has to normally go for something offensive. But when you're going against Mr. Zanif, like, offense is pretty much the name of the game.
That's really bad. I actually really like that mix-up. I like no note because of the distance here, right? So this is something we've seen be a bad factor here so far is the 2D note. Leffen's just been backdashing it, which you can probably chase with air dash into air dash, but I like the air dash, raw air dash jump K here for the little off the ground overhead. That was cool. This is going to whiff. Yeah. Something players do a lot, right? They do a lot of like, oh, I whiffed, or like, there's burst or reset. I'm just going to hover dash forward and do super to try to like catch you. It's good, but yeah, backdash again.
It's not necessarily needing to hit.
This is good.
This could be big tank.
Double. Oh, that could have been jump. I guess maybe trying to preserve the wall. That was the plan, huh? I was gonna say you can break the wall here. I think with jump S dive maybe, or maybe double chemical love earlier. But I actually wonder if he just wanted the wall instead.
Goes in towards the corner. It's gonna be. Oh, does it go for a sweep after the 2K?
I think Ken wanted to keep the corner, and I kind of.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty common idea. Oh no. Yeah, miss punish. I think keeping the corner there makes a lot of sense. A lot of people will do that, right? They're like, okay, I would rather keep the corner for my character's mix-up potential than try and go for whatever. I would rather do that than, oh boy, punish. Oh,
Leffen says,
I
no,
can't
no,
believe he
I'm not taking damage
burst
from
for
that.
Damon. What up?
Crusher gets 6P'd. Oh.
I can't believe he burst, but it's okay if you can get Eno's burst here, to be honest with you.
Jump D.
Nice.
Stroke underneath the big tree.
The tree has been strong.
Yeah, that's a rough burst. I think that moment, it was kind of just like a... It was an in-the-moment burst, but this is a pretty big deal. Man. Defense has been really rough in this set, huh?
And there is that hate stroke the big tree to catch him, traveling further
Nice.
back.
I like the idea behind this pressure. Maybe one too many. I like the idea behind jump H after instead of doing stroke, because a lot of people when they do like, you know, 2H or whatever button, 2S, 5H, 2K, whatever. After you block against, you know, you're expecting stroke, right? You're like, okay, there's gonna be a stroke or there's gonna be chemical over whatever. And then if you don't see anything, jumping is a pretty normal response. So I like the jump H here to chase in the air and put him back on the ground, right? And then again, tried the same idea, but Leffen just neutral jumped and was like, yep. And the command throw. Help.
What's the mix up? Wake up, reverse.
Mix up. Oh, that's so bad. I think that could have just been a kill, right?
I don't think he's going to get burst in time attack. Oh, he does.
This is the burst safe route. Yeah. This route is, I should say, more burst safe.
Let's open up.
I don't think he's going to.
The dust here, like, pops her up kind of high. I don't think you can burst the dust. I also don't think this part right here, whatever he does, is going to be burstable. It's like a less damaging route, but more safe to burst, which is smart. But I'm pretty sure, can he just kill off of this? Can he just do this in the super? I guess this might not kill, actually, huh? It's pretty easy to just be like, well, in the moment, take the Oki, next hit plus bar. Because even if it, well, let's say in theory that there's a combo route that would kill there, right? If it doesn't, or if it's close and you're like a little bit off, you're in a pretty bad spot. Most of the time, I think that's true. Like, if you have to choose between breaking the wall and resetting, or taking the Oki and do a guaranteed kill after, unless you like have a huge lead and you're really comfortable in neutral, I think it's better to take the Oki after. Yeah, Chipp is very annoying, and how you defend against the character is very important. I think characters without traditional movement options, like not having a double jump / air dash, or not having like regular air mobility in general against Chipp, or being super tall, is really frustrating to deal with, right? All right, let's see here. Is this loser semis? I heard this match was wild. Somebody on my stream was asking, they're like, hey, I play Potemkin and I can't beat Ram. So I think this is a good set to watch. This will give you some ideas. This Potemkin player is pretty solid. This wasn't this Pot player also in the 10v10 question mark chat room? Damn, burst for positioning right away. Air dash back. That's the classic Ram setup. Tale as old as time. That's bad.
More options for him to be on the defense.
PRC. Yeah, that's the problem with losing your burst early for positioning. Yeah, I think that getting reset back to mid-screen as Ram is probably fine, and bursting for positioning here can be fine, but this is bad. This is one of the cheapest things about Pot, is the slowdown here on PRC, right, or BRC, is really bad for you, because close / Garuda is guaranteed. You cannot interrupt or jump out of this, right? Like you're stuck on this situation. You're just like, help me, please. I'd like to escape.
The true enemy, Garuda Impact.
Nice. Second hit, the H beat it.
I've heard, a little birdie told me, actually not a big birdie, you know the ego at the beginning of the match, right? Told me that Kurokich.
I don't know if I like, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if I like throwing the swords from this far. I think it's a little spooky because the flick here actually gives Potemkin room, right? I don't know if I like throwing the sword from that far away, just because look at how much screen space we lost. I guess maybe it's mitigated. Oh no, but
this is EVO.
Okay. This is a pretty winning position. Yeah, I probably try to jump. Oh, that's a mistake.
I'm not any Ram. I'm Ramlethal. Damage, Ram, medium.
This is bad.
Medium strength, lethal.
Burst. Yeah, it's over. I think the thing there was 2 mistakes, right? The Ram player kind of overcommitted on offense twice. Like, just made mistakes, and then that offensive mistake like turned things around, and you're like, yep.
I'm not gonna.
That's how it goes.
I don't want to give my sources, but yeah, I don't know the info.
I don't think, does she have a good punish to deal with Mega Fist forward? Actually, she might not, huh? I think I remember testing, and like, even if her 5K hits, her 2D does not combo. So she doesn't have a good punish for a Mega Fist. If you're a pop player, I think that's important to remember. I think 5k into Daro is fine, but you have to like just do it, and also it doesn't combo into sweep. So I think her punish for it is kind of bad. Yeah, her 2D is not, it does not have very much range. I remember testing that actually. Yeah, this is, you should fight for this space here. The idea in a situation like this, chat, is when Ram doesn't have her horizontal sword, right? So she doesn't have the sword she can throw sideways. She only has the sword that goes high. You should fight for this space here, right? I like the Mega Fist because you do not want Ram to just run up, grab the sword, and then get pressure. You have to understand that without this sword, she doesn't have far slash, and she's not going to be contesting the space on the ground in the same way. Alright, she doesn't have H, I mean. So she's not going to be contesting the grounded space in the same way. If she doesn't have that sword toss, like, you know, you're much less worried. You know, you can get caught jumping or something, but you're not as worried on the ground. So you should fight for that space.
One backdash, one Mega Fist, one
right.
Can change the whole time.
Yeah, that punish is not that bad. It's totally a fine thing to eat.
Very patient, not overextending, but Kurokich is coming in. What a burst. That made a lot of sense, actually.
That's an important throw break, too.
Avoids the sword explosion as well. Gets put into the corner. Explosion does click.
Yeah. They're both horizontal, but I mean the one that goes above your head. Oh, no.
It begins.
Oh, no.
Catches the backdash. One more mix.
You're still dead. This is so fucked up. +4.
One more.
Kara Buster, PRC. She's already hitting a button to punish. Yeah, you're dead.
PRC. Oh my lord.
And the thing is, when you've got that sort of momentum and you've got
you guys are like, make the meter cost 25% or whatever. Please, God, no. You want this character to be twerking all over you every second? That was really, really important too. Something huge about the Ram matchup. I being sword toss or her buttons mid-screen makes sword way worse. See how the sword explosion is not a factor against Potemkin here because of the IB? The sword toss not being a factor if you IB the sword or the button is really, really big.
Because Kurokich had no business winning that. Let's keep it real, right? He was getting
oh, that's bad.
Watched.
So the thing about slide head is the closer you are when it hits, the worse it is for you. Yeah, if you get hit by full screen slide head, it's not that bad. He's not going to be like in your face plus like, oh god, right? But if he hits it mid screen, obviously it's much worse.
Just needs that one time. Needs that one opportunity.
Yeah, back Mega Fist.
Counter hit Mega Fist could be it. But Armix staying strong.
I feel like this pressure has not been super tight. I feel like it's not been a lot of sword toss 5k or sword toss 2k or whatever. I feel like there's been a lot of like. Yeah, that's rough. Does that? That must. Wait, is this real if she's point blank? If so, that's so fucked up. It does? Alright, well, Potemkin players are fucking cheaters. It beats Soul far slash, right? Because there's an A-frame gap. But that's a much smaller gap. What? That's not real point blank, is it? That's wild. That's really good.
Explosion on the sword there. Armix paying attention to what's going on.
That was really good. That was really nice. That was a good mix up with them too. Yeah, that's really, really nasty. I mean, back Mega Fist is fucked up. But that's
Mega Fist. We're in there. Back to wave 5k whiffs.
That sucks.
Speaking of whiffs.
I wonder, can she like do 2k or something and then 6p it on reaction, or is there like a button she could hit instead? Oh no.
You're rude.
Oh boy, this round's almost over. For Cleaver, what up?
Now you're gonna have to deal with me exerting this pressure around start.
You're actually such an asshole.
No burst on the side of Armix. Easy peasy.
You just send it, do the RC, charge dust. In my head, I was like, okay, just do the normal sword pressure, but I'm wrong. You can just Mega Fist it, so fuck it, right? I mean, back Mega Fist being a threat there means you kind of have to jump or wait sometimes, huh?
And here we go, Kurokich starting off round start 6H as well. I think he smelt something on that round start to actually be able to
really
get
bad.
Into the match.
That is real bad. Nice. We've seen that like 2 or 3 times. That's very good. Maybe it's better to hold space when you're in the corner as Ram instead of be point blank for her pressure, which is normally the opposite, correct? Oh, I thought that was baited. Word?
Of
course. Every pop player in the world would have done that right there. I think bursting on close slashes against Pot is really bad. It is really, really bad. I think because Pot players typically jump cancel it, and so like it's, you know, they're hard looking for the burst. They do that and to jump cancel to catch you. I think it's really bad. Obviously, you know, burst not on the table, not important. God, this round is over. Okay, okay, nice challenge. Oh no. Nice. Oh, I thought she was out. I like backdash as an option there. It's a little scary. Oh, word. GG's. That pressure was great. I really like the way the Pot players started to just string up close slash 2S, close slash 2S, close slash 2S. You know, you get comfortable blocking, right? You're like, okay, well, I'll probably be fine here. And then finally just go for the tick throw after. It's smart because I think there was a lot of command throws before. And you're dead. All right, let's watch winners finals. Chipp versus Nagoriyuki. I like this matchup. Obviously, Nagoriyuki, he's a big dude, right? But you would think his defense against Chipp would be maybe worse than it is. I think his lights are extremely useful against Chipp's pressure. His 5P and 5K are very useful because there's so much range on them, right? And they're good on block. And I think also importantly, his damage output, you know, is very high, and he can consistently pressure against Chipp, right? Despite him having a DP, you know, characters having a DP is good against Nagoriyuki. It's not that good. It's not like his pressure is just gone suddenly because you have a DP, and, you know, that's how it goes. That was a command throw, I feel like. Air throw right away. That was actually sick. There's a lot of blood here. Actually close to popping. Yeah, he's very close. So, a couple of things. Yeah, this Nagoriyuki player, just air throwing the K Alpha Blade, that was definitely like, I've seen you play before, some shit right here.
So you gotta be careful. What's that air throw?
Yeah, and unfortunately I tried to do 2D Beyblade, but it just, you know, that's how it happens sometimes.
He tried to do it again.
I like that read right away. Yeah, up backs to block it. Try to air throw it again. I think if you're Leffen here and you see these up backs, by the way, you probably are just going to change your pressure, right? And just go for staggers. Oh, dead. Oh, not dead. Now, pretty close to dead. Dead. Yeah, if you're familiar with the matchup, I think challenging is like, you know, is scary, but you have to do it, right? That was mad far. This is really bad for Chipp. Nice. That could have been much worse.
I would imagine it's more like Ralph Wiggum sat at the back of the school bus.
Challenge? Yeah. Hit the 2K is a good. I like 2K or 5K there. I think both are good. That is hard to anti-air. I think Nagoriyuki's best option for jump 2K is what's it called? Close slash. But at the same time, you know. Oh, word? Why the BRC? I wonder just... I guess the jump dust was to try to catch him out of the air and then just canceled it in case he ran up and got his landing frames punished. Oh, punish! That was tight. That was so tight.
Let's go. Fights into win. This actual match. By this time...
Jump D is probably a fine answer to jump 2K, but if you're on the ground, I think close slash is better than 6P or anything else. That's bad. Yeah. Luckily, ooh, I like that idea. Luckily, this was too far away for 2S, right? Because 2S OTG and the Fukyo is really bad here. I like this jump D attempt to try to catch the thing and then land with jump K 5K. That's cool.
Tries to go for jump dust to try and call out Leffen's aerial movement. Doesn't work out for him. Gets put.
You know, I think the problem with up backing is if you air block it, you're just stuck in block stun, huh? So if you don't get the air throw, you're just in trouble. Yeah, that shit is Leaf Village to Leaf Village. You just run all the way over. The corner carry is so high.
I like the idea.
That's really bad.
But Leffen here has got 50 tension and positive, and he's going
and I think very smart too. Notice in this position, it's pretty unlikely that the Nagoriyuki player cancels 6H. The reason is that the blood is about to be cranked, and you don't want a Fukyo, right? Because you don't want your blood to go up even higher, and even maybe more importantly, you don't want to lose your position. So the run-up far slash is a good option here. You don't have to worry that much because the blood is going to go up. So it's pretty unlikely they challenge, and that button is very negative if, what's it called? That button is really negative if you're not canceling anything. Yeah, that happens in the air sometimes on accident. I think you usually don't mean to do it. I don't even know what the air block or hit stun is. I don't know if it changes on air YRC. And even if it did, it looked like Nagoriyuki was plus, but I don't know if he has a jump button he can hit that will come out. You can do Fukyo there because you wouldn't have popped on the blood gauge, but your blood is going to go up even more, and maybe more importantly, you will lose the corner. Like, if you look at the position, you don't really want to go back further, right? Because you're going to lose the corner. This is a much better, like, position to hold. Does that make sense? So I understand not wanting to Fukyo. Like, I'm not saying the Fukyo will make you pop there, but it will get you closer. You can Fukyo cancel 6H. I'm explaining why he didn't, or why you maybe wouldn't want to. Do you remember when I said them? Also, that didn't punish. I'm literally explaining the thing that you're arguing. I'm aware. Just 6p, bro.
And of course, with a character like Chipp as well, like
I don't think I heard him out. I'm explaining. I covered all the questions. I even went back. I rarely go back to relook at a situation. I went back to say, hey, this is why you might not want to Fukyo, because you don't want to lose the corner. And also because your blood's going to go up even higher, right? The position he was in was good. So that's why you didn't want to Fukyo, maybe. And the blood was high.
Yeah, but right now we saw the classic.
That is, I think this is one of the big issues in the matchup. And this, I think, will encompass the neutral decision-making in the matchup pretty nicely. Chipp is fast as fuck. You guys all know that, right? Chipp is really fast on the ground, really fast in the air, right? So because of that, reacting to his movement and trying to fucking, you know, swat him is hard, right? It's hard to swat him out of the air, swat him on the ground. It's really difficult. And so because of that, you kind of want to be preemptive sometimes. And when you do something like 5H, even from full screen, Chipp can immediately threaten you to prevent you from hitting another button, like instantly. And he can either go air or ground and run and challenge like super fast. Suddenly, he was above Nagoriyuki's head immediately. Nagoriyuki like jumps to try to deal with it, and then just navigates his way down to the ground, catches him landing, and now you're in this position on the screen again, right? So that's kind of the thought process in the neutral. But really, what up?
Mission complete. The conditioning has been applied. No
nice, that was good. Clean air throw. That is the right answer. You don't, if you either need to challenge it with a grounded button, air throw, or jump and hit a button. Those are like the best answers. Nice. Clean bait. Oh, sick fuck.
Doesn't get the punish on the charged overhead. Okay. Back out into more of a neutral space.
Ooh, that's interesting. I like that jump dust a lot. Not dead. Yeah, very close though.
This is my domain. This is my...
Did you see the did you see the Fukyo cancel on the 6H to put yourself in range here and go for the command throw? That was pretty good. Yeah, this is a really good option. BSU here is really strong. It forces a jump or a backdash or like a button. If for some reason the command throw doesn't hit, you know, Leffen jumps or Leffen backdash or whatever, then you just PRC it and you just go for whatever mix up. If he challenges with a jab, he's going to do like what? Jab, 5P, 5P, 6P, Rekka. You know, you're plus again as Nagoriyuki. You're like, all right, I don't care.
This is my domain. This is my ends.
You know, if you have a theory or a question about why somebody didn't do something, I'm always down to hear it. But I do not like explaining something 4 times and then someone saying like, yeah, you don't get it. You could do this. Like, I'm aware. I answered you 4 times in a row. That is, you cannot burst there, or you should not burst there. The reason is, right, so bursting this character is difficult, I think, right? But doing it here, I mean, a lot of people will 6H and, you know, they will OTG and do stuff or whatever, right? The reason I don't like bursting here is that even if he does back Fukyo and you don't burst, he Fukyos back in and it's a little bit more blood, but it's not the end of the world, right? I don't think he minds that much to lose a little blood on that. Oh, boy.
He's a hungry man.
You know, you're just kind of in a good spot no matter what. Yeah, that's it.
But Uriel doesn't care.
It's good challenges. I really like it. I also am a big fan of jump D.
You cannot dodge what you cannot see.
I also like the jump D usage in this matchup too.
He knows where you're going to be.
Lots of preemptive jump D and 2S. Those are probably the 2 main options. Challenge, nice.
Uriel taps out.
You can't let Chipp just do Rekka for no reason. You know, you gotta be ready. Damn, that just didn't hit. Beautiful.
Catches him out of the jump 2K.
Yeah, that was an important YRC because that was about to be command throw, and I think if the command throw lands, you're probably dead. Not just in terms of damage from the combo, but the pressure after with no blood gauge, you know, it's pretty bad. Oh, that was probably an air throw again.
Bursts out from Uriel Legion. Brings him back down safely to the ground. Continues pressure.
Yeah, I tried 2K on the first record. It's hard, right? Because if you're trying to challenge on first record, bait it. I do not. Oh, that could have killed Pop.
Burst is no longer a
Yeah, I don't think he knew.
Yeah, it doesn't apply. Doesn't apply. When you play against Legion, just it's not an option.
Trying to go for the air throw again. Did you
I don't think he realized the blood was gonna pop. It's kind of. I think a lot of the times, especially if you yourself are not a Nagoriyuki player, it's hard to tell. In the heat of the moment, you don't think about it. But yeah, the punish here on the burst. I don't know if DP would have killed, but if you could have done a combo that was DP, Fukyo, close slash, or close slash 6H before the pop happened, you might have been okay, but this is pretty hard. That combo would have killed, but would the character have popped before the kill is the question. That's the hard part, right?
Stop doing my thing because you threw at me a couple of times in the air. No.
That is a punish. On the air throw whiff attempt and the wall break. Positive bonus is Chipp is really fucked up too because the character builds so much meter, right? He just runs at you and you just explode. Nice. I like the combo routing and I also like the wait for the burst. I think both were good. Backdash in the corner gets scouted. This is pretty hard. Positive bonus. If you're Leffen, you just have to wait for some meter or wait for that, I guess.
Okay.
That's not good. I like the YRC on the clone. I like the YRC and how much Leffen's been using it. I also like 6K and Alpha Blade as post YRC options. Both are really good. Because, you know, people, what do they do after they get hit by YRC? They backdash or they like block low, right?
I would have been expecting.
Yeah, he could have done a route that would have done more damage off of on that combo, but he was gonna pop. So if you do a route that might pop before the combo kills, then you know it's a worse position, right? That's what he's thinking. I assume.
Being deterred, changing at the timing, not just going, oh, you can air throw this. Okay, I'll just stop doing it. Real good option.
That is so. How does he get behind him?
This
is actually so nasty. I was so sure. Like right here, I was so sure he wasn't in the corner. Look, how is he not in the corner there? You little shit.
Making Legion and like Uriel have to keep on his toes.
Sick air throw. That was actually clean. This is bad, yeah.
Massive damage, but moving nimble.
Oh, no super, huh? No sauce? I guess maybe wants the meter for the interaction after. Oh, that's smart. Oh no, you hate to see it. I wonder if that was supposed to be an air throw attempt. Oh. 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 That was good.
He's got a plan. He's got a plan and he's going with it. I respect it, but the cross-up works for Leffen. Here we go. The blender has been started.
Nice. This is a nice little matchup interaction here.
Works for Leffen.
You know, even on hit, second Rekka is negative, right? Both on hit and on block, it's negative. So I like that Leffen just walked back after second Rekka, let Uriel try to challenge, because, you know, it's negative. You try to hit a button. And then run in and then pressure after. It's good matchup knowledge from both of them.
J2K.
Also, yeah. One thing that Chipp players do a lot that's really bad, I think I like the burst for position, although it didn't end up working out. The burst for position is an interesting idea, but I think given the round situation, you probably shouldn't do it.
The mental frame trap, think you can press a button because I whipped the button?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting idea. I understand the idea, but I probably shouldn't do it there. That is a bad round start. Nice. 6K is negative, but obviously you can cancel it into something to frame trap. Fucking hell. But yeah, I was gonna say earlier, one thing that I think Chipp players do a lot that's not very good, and Leffen doesn't really do, is sweep into Rekka OTG instead of just taking the knockdown. The knockdown mix, yeah, that's really good. The knockdown mix-up is so much better. Like, notice in this set, unless it's an accident, he always does sweep into 50-50 mix-up. Like, he never does sweep into Rekka OTG run-up and pressure in the front. Like, people do that all the time, and I think it seems so bad. It's very clear that just taking a real left-right overhead low is so much better than doing 2D Rekka. Yeah, I think Gamma Blading to get the corner, I also think that's fine. I think doing Rekka is bad. The position you hold on the screen against Chipp is always temporary, right? Like more than any other character, you cannot hold a specific space against them very well. So you kind of have to get the best of scrambling, and your defense has to win you a knockdown, right? Or a chance at a knockdown. Because in neutral, you cannot really control where he is almost ever. He can just be where he wants to be whenever. And you're not going to be able to like contain him in some specific space, right? It's just how it goes. There is still loser semis and losers finals.
And we know how Kendeep likes to lab matchups.
Man, I can only imagine how this matchup goes. I have to imagine this is a very strange matchup to play. Good backdash. One thing I will say is that if you are fighting against Pot, you should always be ready to backdash slide head or jump it. I think you should be ready for one or the other depending on the position, because slide head is very, you know. Oh, that's going to be wall splat. Super nice. Slide head is a very important tool in mid-range. For Lanimal, thanks for the gift stuff. Oh, that jump dust my hit. Oh, I traded. Fuck. Oh, it didn't even trade. The mirror just beat it clean.
And he's forcing Ken back. Doesn't get the corner, unfortunately.
Yeah. This is what I mean about jab checking after you block the dive.
Eno has to take risks every time.
Oh, that was a good call. Again, another thing about fighting Eno in neutral is I like that people are looking for stroke. Stroke is such an obvious and strong tool, right? It goes under so many things that 2D call out was really smart. Oh god.
Don't show me the cheeks.
Just swinging your dumb trug ass right into the super. Well, that happens.
Oh, tries to reach with the heat knuckle. Good 6p even though it went the wrong way.
Nice. That was good. I like that late jump S. Back Mega Fist is so good.
Chopkin in the corner.
That was going to be wall splat into super. That misses, which is fine. Chemical Love punished the 2D.
Chemical up, gets a wall splat as well.
Damn. That mix-up position, that range against Eno in the corner is very bad. Wow, what a read. Punish too. 2K into Chemical Love. You love to see it. Damn. That was good. I'm going to do note. Air dash in. You want to flick the note? Nice flick, bro.
That was pretty good.
That was really smart. The nice thing too is that even if there's no flick and Pop blocks or he jumps and he blocks the super, you're still in a great spot, right? If you just block the super there, she's plus $1 billion. And if you jump and air block it, plus $2 billion. So you're like, nice. All right, cool. Feels great, man. I'm with it.
It's like, okay, we know that you're gonna do this. And
ow. Oh, how does that combo? That seems like a Looney Tunes combo. Yeah, I don't think you're bursting.
Are you just gonna block the note?
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said. I forgot Guilty Gear players are savages.
Are you gonna try and jump over it? What is it that you want to do?
I feel Ken was allergic to blocking.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Twice in quick succession.
Out of there.
Yeah, no, not anymore. Sorry. R.I.P. R.I.P. to that move.
Nice, that was good. So natural defense against Eno, right? You block an air button and you mash 5P. You see that? Why do you mash 5P? Well, in case she does a second hover dash, right? So she does hover dash in, you start mashing your jab to beat the, you know, beat whatever she's doing after the hover dash, and then she just goes low, goes under your jab. Love to see it.
Burst. Kurokich gets out. Let's get blessed, but no knockdown.
Back Mega Fist is really good, it turns out.
Yeah.
Oh, that missed. Oh, nice. I wonder if that actually works. That probably does work.
Not enough.
Oh, that's bad.
The slide head, we're in there.
Well, help. Help.
Going in again.
This is actually really scary now. Ooh. Oh, it just barely missed. I think you had to do 2K into, yeah.
Stop it.
And the 5P.
Probably had to do 2K into Chemical Love or Stroke. Maybe 6P would have hit, I guess. I'm not sure. That's great. Meter for super.
About so many things Eno can do with this meter, right?
That's a little unfortunate. After the heavy stroke, the whatever it's called was a little too far. The heavy stroke that 2K didn't reach. It's unfortunate. Oh, what up, Uriel? I hope the stream's going well. Word. Air dash cancel the jump S. Oh, fuzzy jump S. That hurts. It didn't have to be like that.
Corner to corner with this
plus empty. That I think you should just always go low. If I'm honest with you,
Gets opened up
You know
below.
why? Because that shit always hits.
Gets a wall smash, not enough to kill.
I'm not gonna block it.
Just a
I
slip
promise
of
you I
power.
will block
Chipp is
overhead.
gonna become a factor, but Kurokich does have 50 meter for this pressure extension now.
Ooh, that was a good try. I like that try.
Yeah, good stuff by Ken. Showing that Ken.
That was a good backdash, and I like the try. I like the jump dust delay too, because her jump dust kind of has a lot of hang time. There's a lot of startup on it.
Backdashing and jumping away. Very hard to read. Oh,
That shit
and
is.
speaking of reads, we needed
That
there.
shit. Oh, that sucks.
Speaking of reads, we needed there.
That was actually so far, and that was. I feel bad for that.
You know
That does
what?
so much.
Farman,
what up?
He reads Braille with his eyes.
Man, second gold burst. This again. Yeah, you can't do it.
And here we go again. Gets hit with
Oh,
the
you
super
hate to
off.
see it. I wonder if that was supposed to be. There's a couple of things that could have been, I guess. I wonder if that was supposed to be late jump dust, like falling jump dust, maybe, or throw. I guess it could have been either.
Gets hit with the super. Oh, throws him out of that dust.
That
Says, no,
sucks.
thank you.
It could have been maybe an attempted late jump dust or jump K jump dust, and you get jump K standy. It was supposed to be jump K jump dust.
Using
You hate to see it.
weight and strength against them. Like he's going, I know you cannot not react to this because you're too good of a player. Let me punish you for it.
Wow, that doesn't work. I guess maybe you have to chemical love, or it could have been a late cancel.
Good of a player. Let me punish you for it.
No, it looked pretty fast. I don't know
Go back to
actually.
floor 4 or something. Like, just
I guess maybe chemical love would have worked, but
Gets a trade
you
with
know.
Psycho Crusher. Gets hit with Chemical Love. Sets
I
up
think
the
most people's natural reaction is when you see the armor, you just do a special move, right? You're like, oh god.
drop whiffs. Back
That
dash.
sucked.
Stop it.
catches
Same
the
thing.
Charge dust with a Karo Potemkin Buster. Catches that backdash, Mega Fist.
Oh, no cancel. I guess it doesn't matter.
Stop backdashing.
Still plus.
Stop.
Oh, tank. What is going on?
The extendo arm.
I told you
It reaches so far. It's funny because obviously in this matchup, you can see Ino, maybe more than her other matchups, you can try to snipe you with chemical love and use her 6P to keep him out of the air and like,
Kendeep has the
oh
opportunity to
god.
take that
You would think that something like that dive would be effective, but honestly, like, I mean, it's all so, you have to hit him so many times. It's so inconsequential compared to the damage that he gets, right?
The table's still spinning. We're on a roundabout. It's not a table anymore. Hammerfall, YRC? Of course. Let me breathe. Let me play you a tune.
How?
Yo!
Yeah. I think, I don't know. Oh, I think that's death.
once again.
Big 5P. Moves like that are hard to deal with. It's very difficult if your opponent has a 5P like Pot or like a large 5P or something like a Soul 5K. Yeah, this is from EVO Europe. This last weekend. It was fun. It was a fun tournament to watch. Ow. That's one thing that Pot players actually, I don't want to hear you complain. You guys are living your best lives, right? It could be worse. This shit hitting out of the air, close slash 2S, Mega Fist, combos from downtown into Oak. I'm not trying to hear it actually. Pot players, I know you got some rough matchups. It could be worse, okay? I'm not trying to hear it.
It's a very low committal move, right?
I'm not trying to hear it.
That 5P block stroke the big
Life could be worse.
And in the case
I like this pressure. You know, one thing I like about Kendeep and other Eno players is they don't break the wall that often. They often take Oki, which I think is very smart.
You do get to start your turn. Like we
That's
saw, like a kind of hit
really
on
unfortunate.
return
Oh, no
for
cancel.
trying to block the stroke the big
Word.
And counter hits just seem to be the way that Kurokich seems to be.
I don't know if that was actually still plus or not. Maybe even after a no break. Maybe it's even faster. I don't even know.
And Kurokich won
It was a
instead.
trick.
Obviously,
It was
they
like,
probably
haha.
played offline, sorry, not offline. They probably played casuals and stuff. And
outside of the tournament time.
yeah, outside the tournament. I'm sure Ken's going into
Dude,
the lab.
help.
He's taking the Garudas, the true enemy. He's in there, close
Nice.
jumps, doesn't block.
That's this is a very scary place to burst. I think close S, I don't like bursting on it most times.
He's
I think mostly because a lot of Pot players tend to bait the burst here. It didn't work, this time, but Sajam dismissing the skill of Kurokich? What? I don't remember saying that at all. Can you go look at that part for me? Tell me where I said that. I would love to go talk to that Sajam.
in there, close S, jumps, doesn't block the burst though. Straight the big tree.
Go
the
find that
whiff,
for me.
whiffs, can get some momentum.
Find the part where I said this no good smelly.
Gets opened up by the legs once again.
Doesn't break the
But
wall,
them,
backdash,
oh.
that's the legacy stuff.
I think in matchups like that, it's hard because obviously you need your offense to work, but against certain styles of pressure, Pot's defensive choices are pretty strong, right? Like backdash and back Mega Fist and having Potemkin Buster itself, right, to be throw is like, all those things are useful. They're really useful things to have on defense. In a matchup like that, it's sort of, you have to grind down a character like Potemkin, and so naturally, you know, you have to hope that your mix-ups are good enough to hit them way more times, which, I mean, your character's built to do it. It's one of those character matchups where you're just like, please, I want to stop hitting you. I want this to be over. Ooh, this should be good. I like this Nagoriyuki and Potemkin player. They're both really sick. Man, why do these big-ass, slow characters have to fight Chipp in the finals? Why are these poor guys? They're fighting this big slugfest of a match, and then the winner has to fight Chipp. You hate to see it.
He's not gonna go, well, I beat Kurokich before, because like you said, it was 3-2. It wasn't easy.
Yeah, one thing about this matchup that's interesting is Nagoriyuki obviously, you know, has to be cautious of, yes, I was just going to say, he has to be cautious of the armor, and this is a great response immediately to Slidehead. You have to be cautious, because if you're just swinging, right, if you're just swinging, then, you know, Slidehead is a very good answer. A real gamer right there, I'll tell you what. That is, yeah, this round is looking rough. 6H, 6H, you got the debuff from, yep, you're dead. Oh, you bursted. Okay, you could win. No, you can't win. You could win. Oh, you could still win. Okay.
You can't break. There's no escape from crossing fate.
Yeah, the other problem is that there was no blood, yeah. So with no blood there, I mean, it's pretty hard to win. In the sense that, like, once you block, it's looking bad. That was a little scary. Also, you have a lot of blood. Once you have higher blood, it's a little bit like, sure, you have 2H and 5H to contest Potemkin, but you're not Beyblade canceling anything anymore, right? So you have to be a little bit more cautious about the armor. Oh, this is so bad. Oh! Yeah, no Fukyo cancel until real late. That's not dead. I think the blood situation is okay, though.
Oh my gosh, Mega Fist. He's making his way in. He's scheming.
That was so scary. That was so scary. Right here? Okay, hear me out. What happens if Uriel does Beyblade? 5P, 6P, where's the Beyblade? Imagine if he does the Beyblade and then the burst happens and then Uriel pops. And then Potemkin does, you know, hammer falls in, command grabs on the Blood Rage. This is a really scary spot. This could go so bad so fast. I think playing it safe here and not committing is probably...
My gosh,
probably okay.
Making his way in. He's scheming. Oh,
that could get nasty, right? It could get you got to be very careful. So I think not doing it there was fine to, because you not only bait the burst potentially, right? But you also, you know, don't risk popping if something goes bad. You got to be very careful there, I think.
Nago's got slow buttons, but
nice.
So the one hit
oh, it didn't reach. I think if he was blood 2, it would have worked, but you know how we do. Tried to bait the burst on the jump.
You can't see it. Look at it go.
Yeah.
I wonder why 2S there. It didn't quite reach either. I think the pop player is doing a good job of waiting and not trying to swing too early in the corner against these cancels, because obviously, you know, you block something like 2H or 2S and you want to challenge if he does nothing. But then if he does end up doing Beyblade late like that, you will explode, right? You actually just die. Wow, I put him back in the corner. Air blocking YRC is not that bad, though, for the attacker, usually, because it puts you back so far. But, I mean, if you have the corner, you know, you'll take it.
Kurokich didn't buy it. And Kurokich hasn't got much health, probably in his head as a grappler.
You got to do it. Ooh, that was good. For Chaos Eden, look at the spacing on the slide head.
Hasn't got much health, probably in his head as a grappler.
Look at this. Bam. Look at the 2H just barely miss.
As currency, it's not still got money to get in.
Yeah, Slidehead does no damage in the release version. It does 0 damage. Yeah, it's an interesting matchup. I think obviously Nagoriyuki melts on defense. And I think once he has high blood, it's interesting because he can control pot really well, except for the armor. That's like the only hard part, right? Because you have to be cautious about armor on 2H or whatever. Nice bait. Oh, a little too early. That's an easy drop to have happen to you. See what I mean about the, you know, you try to 5H or something, this happens. This could just be the end of the round if you don't have burst. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you ever think about jumping.
Like if that was close slash counter hit, jump cancel block, then you know, nice, good awareness. 2 hits so that you can break the armor.
2S, 5S. Big butt.
I love the walk up nothing. That was really smart. Because, you know, You don't want to keep the same. Ooh.
Does actually manage to get slide head this time. Just a bit too late on the cancel.
Okay, that could have been way worse.
Uriel Legion.
Hotashi says Uriel's way better than me at fighting pot. Look at the matchup decision making here in the corner too. Like I love this. This whole sequence is so good, right? 5H, 5H, walk up. Wait, look at. Imagine if that was just another 5H, right? And you just counter. It's good to not be predictable in your timing, right? And then survives on defense. 5H. Delay the cancel and then try to get the Beyblade over, right? Even the blood awareness to know that now this is an option because before it wouldn't work.
Oh, does actually manage to get slide head this time.
And then, yeah, cleans it up. Very nice. If I was in Uriel's position here, I'd just be doing 52 H's. Yeah. It's very easy to feel the need to just mash 2H against pot, right? Because you're like, okay, this is great. It hits him. He's big. I got this. But I think it's really, you know, if the pot player is crafty, which we've seen Kurokich is, then you just get hit by slide head and you're like, this is bad. Nice. So good. That is like really, really clean, consistent answer. The only problem is when you're higher on blood, right? Once you're high on blood like this and Beyblade is a scarier cancel option, like that's when it gets a little bit spookier. But obviously you have big normals to compensate. Oh, that's bad. That is really, really bad. Okay. The challenge on the hammer fall break. You love to see it. And with this little blood, yeah, it's easy peasy. You have lots of combo routes to kill there.
And you know what? That's the luxury you get.
Yeah, the thing is when he's high on blood and you have blood to spare, it's much better.
I'm cool. I've got a bit of a cushion
it's much better.
To take these risks. And
that could have gone real bad. That backdash pop buster in the corner, that could have been real bad real fast. I like the falling jump dust too.
The position he's in. Underneath Kurokich's cheeks apparently. But wake up P. 6K chasing the backdash. Slide the head dude.
Perfect. That is such good. And try to bait the burst, so just got the 5H. But that is such good awareness in the matchup to be ready for it. Getting the 5H RC to beat the armor. Nice. This is bad, yeah. This is... I love the jump dust. I think that's such a smart idea. Now you can cancel into the Beyblade, right? So, yep. Dead. You can't burst there either is the problem, though. I mean, you could try, but it's just hitbox, no hurtbox. Like, bursting the 6H here, you know, your burst will whiff through it, and then you're just kind of smoked. That was a pretty rough position to be. I think you probably have to try to burst either on the Beyblade itself and hope he doesn't Fukio back, or... You know, you can try to burst on the 6H, but it's hard. It's very hard. Yeah, I think Nagoriyuki kind of naturally catches backdash. He has some good stuff for it, right? I mean, a lot of times Beyblade will catch it or just your general pressure, but yeah. It can just sort of happen kind of unintentionally where you're like, oh shit, nice. All right. Grand finals. I feel like watching this matchup, it's like so, it's so give and take. There's so much where I'm just like, man, this could go real fucking bad, real fucking fast. But I think defending against Chipp with the big slow character is tough. You kind of have to reach sometimes. And then those reaches can really add up. Because you can't be too preemptive about how you attack. If you just swing at Chipp, he will run or jump at you and then counterpoke. If you just do nothing, then Chipp will take up space with no threat on the screen, right? If you hit Chipp, you can upsee this character so fucking fast. Like, it's actually wild. Oh, jump dust. I wonder if those are supposed to be air throws and it just worked out. Yeah, that's the thing. Nagoriyuki has lots and lots and lots of health, right? So he can survive many more. Look at that. This is a great example of what I'm talking about. He's so fast. 6H misses mid-screen, Chipp has time to backdash and then run and punish, right? Like, he's just so fast. Anytime where you're accidentally in the wrong place at the wrong time can just go so bad so fast. You get PS4 Chipp? You hate to see it. He's so fast. If Nagoriyuki hits 5H and Chipp's not there, then Chipp will immediately run in and like, you know, that is a win in neutral for Chipp. Anytime Nagoriyuki hits a 5H that doesn't connect, even from full screen, Chipp just like essentially wins the neutral, right? Which is big. That is very important. That sucks that it missed. And he lost all the blood. Uh-oh. Yeah, of course.
Oh, tried to go for a cheeky reset.
Of course.
But yeah, Chipp too fast. He outruns prophecies.
He does. I was gonna say
that is a really good round start.
It makes him immune.
I like
But yeah,
the
that-
jump
that
dust
is
falling
too
jump
fast.
K a lot. I think that's really good.
The speed force is unlocked. But here we
Damn,
go.
he's too
2S
fast.
counter hit. Taking to the corner.
He even had time to backdash and run up challenge on everything. Oh,
Charge does
oh, missed the punish.
punish of it, however.
That looked like it was supposed to be 5K
Players with 50
first or
meters,
something,
Uriel
or like
did not
2S
on
or
deck.
something else.
Yes,
Oh.
off the wall.
That's a big drop.
See the MJ combos.
You see how anytime there's a whiff, Chipp immediately threatens so much and you know what I'm saying? Like, he's so fast that just trying to challenge space in front of you, you would think, oh, just swing your big normals and then Chipp's in trouble, right? But,
Absolutely.
you know, it's not that simple. If you happen to connect, if you are right, the reward is massive. But,
jump throws that we saw in
you know, he's just so fast that
What did you do?
it's kind of unlikely you'll be right?
Beyblade out maybe or something? Maybe it is a case of just
I like the Fukyo idea there. That was cool. And then tries to challenge again. Leffen backdashes a lot there. He
Every single time that
also
Uriel
bursts
did
quite a
that,
lot on Beyblade hit,
Leffen
which
in this
Uriel has
situation
baited
where
so many
has to
times
try and
already.
force a mix-up upon him.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
We haven't- as we mentioned
I like that
before,
little
we haven't seen
confirm.
Leffen do a DP. Leffen's not been put into a situation where he's been afraid enough to either DP or
I think
just
alive,
hold
yeah.
up back.
Here comes DPRC. Oh.
He's been able to escape
Oh,
from
yeah, you
relatively
can't
easily,
backdash that.
saying that Uriel Legion
It's very
has
hard.
actually managed to catch
I
that
think there's
Beyblade.
probably a timing where it can work, but, you
I
know.
think optimizing is Uriel's
Perfect. This is something you really have to do in this matchup, I think.
It's going to be very important for Uriel. Because
Nice. That was really well done, too. Next hit wall splats.
Yeah.
This round is still... You have to be wrong like 8 times, which is not that hard in this matchup.
hurricane of Chipp,
Alright, he's been wrong 4 times.
little by little.
That was
health is
5.
draining,
That's
blocking
6.
some things, getting hit by others, but it's just never ending. When
That's
can you
7.
hit him? That's the only question.
Was I wrong? Was it only 7? No, he's
I need
alive.
an answer. When can you hit Chipp?
Alright, let's see if you're wrong the 8th time. Oh, that'll hit Chipp, right?
Is that how you hit Chipp?
Yeah.
Well, I guess not.
It has a really high hitbox. Well, I told you have 8. You have 8 guesses.
He's got the answer. He's on.
You love to see it. I think you should send it there, mostly because the chances of you being right on the mix-up are probably not high, and the chances of him baiting it are probably, you know, if he baits it, then you lose the round. But
Thank you.
I mean, I was searching for the answer.
Ah.
Uriel knew it. Uriel just knew it.
does choose to challenge on Beyblade. Obviously, you can DP and fucking, you know, catch him, but it's a little less likely.
Going to continue to do the cross-up option.
One thing I think is interesting is Uriel, I feel like doesn't do a lot of like Beyblade into Fukyo pressure as much. It's like more DP or challenge with a button after. I think that you can kind of do whatever you want there. You know what I mean? You can choose either. I think either is fine.
Clean. Clean.
I think the biggest thing that's getting Leffen caught in this matchup is bursting Beyblade and backdashing a lot. Those are the 2 things that you see a lot of.
That question's not brought to you. What is your
I think those are most of the issues. That is bad. Ooh, try to bait the burst.
Relatively safe pressure. See, we got now we're going for the record stuff. Delayed record, whatnot.
Damn, did that
Still
combo?
applying the J2K
I can't
pressure.
tell. I didn't see, and I kind of want to see. Did Jump does combo there? No, I don't think so, right? I think that was a new hit.
Still applying the J2.
I was gonna say that'd be really funny if it did though. Could you imagine if Jump us into that combo?
Leffen not scared, staying in.
Yeah, try to challenge in
Wants to see
between.
what's behind the mask. Catches the back, that's with the BRC, and now he's got a corner tank.
One thing, and another thing we're seeing here, I think that was an RC just in case of the burst, right? That burst timing, I don't blame you for getting hit. Would have hit me too. One thing I like about, or want to talk about in defense here is, one thing is you see the preemptive up backs here, right? Like jumping back, trying to get in the way and stop, you know, jump 2K or whatever, triple jump, double jump, triple jump, whatever. The problem with this too is sometimes you can just put yourself on the ground and then Chipp hits 6P, and his 6P is so good, right? like you're just like, fuck. Let me get out. Help me. Leffen also has to burst there because of positive, probably, right? This is a burst safe-ish route. I feel the commands are coming. Oh, never mind. Look at that. Runs, takes the entire screen space. Not ready for the air throw, so the pressure happens.
You're around down, you want to get some space, you know what you're capable of.
Stuck. Not a lot of places to go. Yeah, the Chipp player runs at you and hits kick 700 times, and you're like, help. I think Hotashi, like, the idea behind Rekka 2 is like, so Rekka 2 is negative, and you can try to challenge with 5K or 2K, right? But the problem with trying 5K or 2K is that if he just is out of range and then does backdash in a run, or tries to do just air dash H or something, right? You're not going to recover fast enough probably to air throw in a lot of times. So you're just like, oh shit. Uriel's been playing since 2005 Reload. Jesus. You've been playing Guilty Gear since most of this chat was in elementary school.
Leffen, and he gets a situation like a command grab, right? He doesn't need to spend that 50 meter because he still gets a hard
since they were children.
He still gets to have a tech situation where he gets to apply mix-up either with Alpha Blade left, right, or gets to do a meeting
nice.
And go into Wrecker.
Command throws. I was going to say he's going to do it again. Command through the DP the first time.
Hard damaging options with the wall break. He still gets to maintain the corner. And that's with Chipp wall grab.
I think if you were a Johnny player playing Nagoriyuki, I can see the appeal, honestly. Oh, I think that was an air throw. It could have also just been trying to read something else, but I get jump dust trying to air throw that sometimes too because, damn, Leffen blocked that. This guy plays this game. Did you guys know this off the YRC? You can hit an air button on the way down here. I've done this a few times and had this done to me a few times, and it is such a weird position. I feel like air YRC is so rare. I do it on accident sometimes when I try to do jump air throw PRC OS, and then I air block and get YRC.
Again, and it's hard because Chipp is so fast, right? You have to be
I never do it.
2 steps ahead. We're playing like
the jump D. You wanted an air throw, I have been smeeing against it all the time, and then the Chipp player just punishes me, and I'm like, fuck.
It's not finished. You can't open that drop. Go away for the close.
Oh, the backdash.
And Leffen again.
Not dead. Nagoriyuki's a tank, man.
By the president. Can you just control
That's the problem. That's the problem. Look at Chipp, right? He's chilling. Nagoriyuki, he's thinking to himself, I need to control space in front of me. So he sticks out this hitbox. He's like, let me control this space. 5H, right? Let me 5H it up and try to control the space. By whiffing this button from full screen, what you do is then open the door for Chipp to just sprint in from full screen and just be like, oh, cool, you whiffed, I'm in. Chipp's speed allows him to basically make any whiffed normal a loss in neutral, right? So just by whiffing 5H from 3/4 screen, you now have lost neutral. If you don't hit anything, Chipp might just run at you anyway. If the 5H hits, Chipp absolutely fucking explodes and you might win the round. That's kind of the thought process, right? That's kind of the struggle there in this matchup. The same thing in the air, right? You saw the exact same thing, but in the air this time.
Round away.
Right? Hits 5H, Chipp's just like, whoop, yep, nice. It's kind of the, it's kind of the struggle against a character like this about trying to control space. Oh, yeah, you can't burst that. 6H is, like, very hard to burst on, right? It's mostly hitbox, basically no hurtbox. It's very disjointed. Dead.
There we go.
Yeah, 2S is a better option, I agree, but the problem is 2S, it still has the same kind of disadvantages, right? It still has the same kind of disadvantages. You can't really do it, I don't think, to control the space. Oh, the air throw whiff. Wake up close slash? That was forbidden as fuck. Look at the damage. When I said this character can just oopsie him, oh no, that's great. You have a lot of blood though. You got to do super RC or something, right? Oh, nice. I love that. That was so smart. Blood is high here, right? But I love doing the BRC because you get a free throw attempt, and if the throw doesn't hit because he backdashes or jumps, challenge with like 5P or air throw or 5K or whatever. You're risking a lot on what could happen there, but you got to take advantage. Yeah, if Leffen escapes and you pop, that's bad. But you do set yourself up in a good position.
And I don't have to second guess my options because I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to hit you and go in.
Yeah, you would have popped if you escaped. Which is very scary, but you got to try something there. I think in this matchup, I'm not surprised that all-inning is more common because, you might just fucking die. Oh. Air blocking Alpha Blade sucks, by the way. It feels so bad. Look at the corner carry. Wall splat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always been on the motion of like, there's matchups and whatnot, there's numbers, bloody.
That is so. That was so good, but again, respecting the burst. Yeah, I think against Chipp you might just have to let him burst sometimes, but I think Leffen realized that was kind of what was coming. Oh no. I think no matter what here, you have to. Oh, I was gonna say you cannot burst unless you're bursting Chipp into the corner, like right here. Yep, exactly. You burst. Oh, I don't blame you.
and he's looking to
I think you made the right choice, but, you know,
gonna get a wall break.
it happens.
This is your moment. This is your last
That was
chance.
unlucky. You have meter to work with, though, right? This is pretty good.
Catches the legs, check, but the process doesn't hit. No, it was a frame kill tag. It was a
Oh my god. Okay, there's a lot of things happening. The last, like, 5 seconds. Beyblade hits. 6H a little too far. It needed to be 2S. However, 2H hits. Non-counter hit. This is, like, one of the most high-damaging starters ever. And trying to bait the burst. Yeah, unfortunate. Oh! Not quite dead.
Are you serial right now?
Doesn't Fukyo in for the pressure? No! No, try to bait the burst. Then there's the burst. Then the spin. Oh, God. So there was like 18 things that happened in the last 10 seconds. This right here, this combo round is very interesting. But obviously, I think maybe 6H instead, even if it doesn't break the wall, is like burst safe, maybe right there. But I understand the idea. And then in this position, look at how close it is. Look at the chip, Jesus. Tries to bait the burst. Burst into the corner on the Alpha Blade. Oh, man. Oh. You hate to see it. You are just like a few frames off. It was so close to just being Beyblade on block into guessing situation into what's going to happen. That DP also still almost hit. The $750 meaty. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. When's the sad Leffen winning song? Damn, that's a good idea. That was a good set, though. Yeah, I think you played well. I think everybody played well in the tournament that I saw, the EU top 8. I think it was a really good event. I think a lot of people, you know, they're like, oh, Japan versus Korea get hype, and like NA is happening, and like Asia's happening. I really wanted to watch Europe and LATAM. There are excellent players everywhere, right? There are excellent players everywhere all around the world. So, you know, there's always players to watch. The best player for your character, the chances of them being in your region are probably not that high. You know, you just got to search around. For instance, Hotashi in the chat was like, damn, Uriel plays this pop matchup really well. I don't know if, you know, if not for seeing Uriel's pop gameplay, would you have been like, oh yeah, this is a good idea in this pop matchup. I really like this. That's important to take away. It doesn't matter where they're from or what their region is like or who they are or whatever, right? You might find something interesting in their gameplay that you want to see. So you should just watch. I don't know how anybody who has like fighting game knowledge can just not think like, I don't want to watch any footage from this region. Do you remember what happened with Tekken in Pakistan? Like no one really knowing that much about Pakistan as a region in Tekken, and all of a sudden they show up and are absolutely dominant over the people who have been dominant for forever. That should tell you that, you know, you should be cautious about writing off any region for any reason and just watch it. Strong players don't care where you're from. They just want to watch good gameplay, right? I mean, honestly, I think Gear was like that before, where people were like, Japan's the best. Everybody everywhere else kind of whacked. TBH, nobody else is good. And it's like you just write off tons of strong players all over the place because of... It's the Brian F clip. He's not even Japanese. Listen. I watched Roy play, and it's like his 5K is on turbo. This motherfucker, every time he's in block stun, he's mashing 5K for his goddamn life. They're like... Roy's been the smartest, most talented Soul player. I remember watching him play plus R. He's so good. I mashed 5K one time. They're like, Sajam, just no brain, just mashing 5K. Absolute idiot. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm hitting a button that's fast. I don't know what you want from me.